this computer. Okay. So I just got back from the Blue Diamond and the Presidential Diamond Summit. I learned so much about what is to come, where doTERRA is going as a company, all of their priorities, you know, all the things. And I just am so pumped. I was pumped before it, but of course, coming back from that, and, you know, I can't wait till some of you guys are there with me, because I need some partners out there. I got to see some of you at the incentive trip, but I mean, I get a little lonely. I'm just saying, on some of these trips, I'm like, where's my team at? And I want you guys there so bad. It would be way more fun if you were. So that is my goal this year, is on my next incentive trip to see you guys there with me. I'm going to experience it. Yeah, I loved getting to hear from the owners. It was so inspiring. We work for the best company. I know probably within any business, people have ups and downs and doubts and different things like that. But rest assured, it's just such an awesome company. I just love it. Can't say enough good things about it. So I am stoked. But we are going to get started. Let me see if there's any more people I need to mute. Let's see, any more muting, and then you can totally unmute yourself at any time. The only reason I'm muting is just because sometimes it gets crazy when there's background noise, but I like when people talk and ask questions, and I love when I'm not the only one talking. So here we go. Okay, so, oh no, I'm myself, let me make sure. Can you guys hear me? Yeah. Can you guys hear me? Oh, dang it. Okay. Doing a double.
There we go.
Mute everyone and see if that is the issue. So many of you guys on here. We've got 46 people on here right now. But I am talking. Okay. I think I'm going to do it this way. Can you guys hear me twice when I'm talking?
Yeah, it looks like it's Shannon, Becky, and I think there was another person that need to mute themselves.
There does sound an echo.
Let me see real quick if I'm still. Okay, now do I double talk? No? Okay, I'm gonna put my earplugs back in then. Okay, so let's get going. I'm gonna try to keep it to an hour. One thing we're gonna do on our new weekly calls is we're gonna try to keep them, this is a different one, by a format that, thanks to Brittany, went over. She went along with a couple other people from our team to Elise Sedevy's training. If you're not familiar with Elise, she is the top person in doTERRA. Is she, what, a triple presidential diamond or something like that by now? It's pretty crazy. So I've always loved listening to her. She's one of my favorite people, and I'm really, really stoked on everything that they brought back. Ready to jump in with a lot of things. But she talked about her team call that she says she keeps to 30 minutes so people will show up and know it's not going to take their whole night. And so that's what I'm going to try to do. But I know sometimes they go over, so we're going to stick to a schedule for the first 30 minutes normally. And then I'm going to open it up for a live Q&A for the last 30 minutes. So if people do have specific questions, I can be here for a full hour to help and answer all of them. But we'll keep it to 30 minutes to get the meat of everything. We will keep them recorded for you guys. So if you need to, listen to the recording, we'll add them. But I really highly want everyone to jump on. There's just a different energy when everyone's committed and together. We can collaborate better and all of that. So that's my favorite thing about it. All right. Now we're up to 51 people. So, all right. Just if everyone can check and make sure they're muted, that'll be great. And I'm going to get started. Okay, I think there's a couple more people I think that I'm hearing. Never had to mute so many people. It's sort of exciting. Okay. This is like half my video is going to be me trying to mute people. Okay. Okay. I think that was the last one. All right. So this is the deal. Let me pull up my notes so I can get going and put it over here. Okay. So I am going to start a new training program that I encourage all of you guys to jump on. If I would say anything about this last year, and maybe some of you guys resonate, some of you don't, I really focused in on working a lot of my own skills this year. So I know a lot of people, feel like they had a tough year last year. Maybe you felt like volume was down, maybe enrollments was down, things like that. We all need to look at our own self and see if our actions were down. I know some months maybe I would have had actions down, but to be honest, my actions were pretty consistent. And I had some of my highest months of enrolling ever. And so I feel like if we all can show up consistently, that's what I've always seen. My business reflects my consistency. And when I'm having issues with my business, I have to look at myself and see what my consistency is and daily actions. Then that's what it's about. So if you are feeling a little bit like, man, last year was a year I want to push aside and then move forward, we've got something great to move forward with. If you're ready to challenge yourself, we have a great thing for you to challenge yourself. And if you're ready to take this seriously as a business, meaning when anyone has a regular job, they go to the job every single day. If you don't go to the job, you get fired. And if you start your own business and you don't go to your own business every single day and put in consistent effort, you go into debt and your business fails and you lose tons of money, right? Now, the great thing about doTERRA is you can start your doTERRA business without anything huge you're putting in. And that's awesome. It's one of my favorite things about the business. But the crappy part is there's almost no accountability for you, right? When I started my own bakery, there was a lot of accountability. My parents put in tons of money. We were open every single day. And when I had days that I worked my butt off for 12 hours and no one came in the door but like 3 people and we were like down on money that day, I felt it, right? There was no way for me to get out of that feeling. I had to sit in it and I had to make change, right? When you have a lease with something, like I was in a Newport Beach location for 5 years. I wanted to get out of that lease so many days. You don't even know how many tears I cried for wanting to get out of Newport Beach, but I couldn't get out of it. So I had to learn how to deal with it and grow, right? That's not fun. It's kind of painful, but I think it did make me grow a lot. In my doTERRA business, I've definitely had times like that. But since I was in a business prior to that where I learned that you can't just check out of a business, I've never checked out of my doTERRA business. I might have for a day or two, but to be honest, I've never had a week or a month that I've ever checked out of my business. And I do think that's how I built to Blue Diamond. I do feel like a lot of times, a lot of people don't treat this like a real business. Like if I don't show up every single day, my business is going to fail. You just think, oh, it's going to be there. It'll always be there. If I want to put in effort this week or this month, that's great. And we do sometimes promote that. But when I promote that, I don't ever want to confuse what I'm promoting. I'm promoting that as someone who's a sharer. And a sharer would be someone who wants to get free oils, right? Or maybe one month they get free oils, maybe one month they don't. They like sharing a little bit with their friends and family. That is a sharer. And we don't want to confuse the two with a sharer and I'm actually building a legit business that's going to make me a good amount of money, right? Those are two different things. And I feel like sometimes when you confuse them, then you as the person that's in the business get left with a lot of misconceptions and weird feelings about the business because maybe sometimes you're putting in legit effort, but because you check out of your business so many times, your business doesn't go anywhere. And it doesn't mean that your legit times that you put in hard work weren't great. And you didn't mean that those were really awesome efforts. But because you did self-sabotage and you didn't stay consistent, right? And you sort of pieced out when you were able to, then all of that hard work and growth, it's like you went one step forward and you went 2 to 3 steps back, which to me is super depressing, right? When I hit diamond, I thought that's all I was going to do. All I thought is I really just want that diamond paycheck. Why would I ever want more income than that? I think it's amazing. And then when I got to diamond, I was like, wowzers, that was a lot of work. I do love the paycheck. But what I really need to do is solidify these leaders, right? And if I wouldn't have kept doing the work at it, I'm telling you, I would be gold or silver right now. If I would have said, that was a lot of effort, I'm tapped right now, I don't want to do anymore, so I'm going to take a break from my business, I would have gone back to silver and gold and probably would have been like, this is too much effort for me. So I legitimately told myself, I was in a talk with Elise Setefy talk at a diamond retreat, and she said, you know, you need to get to blue diamond, right? And I know some of you are like, oh my gosh, are you telling me I need to get to blue diamond to be satisfied? No, you don't, right? Like we all have different levels that we want to get to, and then you just want to solidify that level. That's totally great. I'm not saying you have to go to blue diamond, although it's great, right? But what I'm saying is I really need to work on solidifying my business. And maybe some of you guys have hit a rank that you really wanted to, and then you're like, that was a lot of effort. And so you pulled back. Have you maintained that rank? Almost, I guarantee you not, because you probably hit it on a push month, right? On a BOGO month with a lot of effort, and then you retreated. And while we all need seasons of rest and replenishment, and I know that I've had to figure that out for myself the last couple of years, right? Like I'm the first one to go get a massage. I've got a sauna, right? Like I do certain things that I know I need. I ask for help. My husband helps me. I have no shame in asking the helping game, right? I want help. I'm not a person that can do it all, but I don't retreat. And so I feel like all of us need to look at our business this last year, where it was at, and say, did I retreat from my business? And if you did, that's fine. Just don't blame that on doTERRA or that the business doesn't work. Just say, I learned a lesson. This year, I'm not going to put in effort and then retreat back from it, right? And so with this new program that we're going to be doing, what I don't want you to do is think, I'm going to do this for a couple months and then retreat back, right? I'm going to give some effort, and then you know what? That was so much effort, I'm not going to do it again. Now, we all need to figure out how to work things out in our life, but if you're truly wanting to build a residual business where like this month I hit diamond, right? And if I wouldn't have signed up anybody this month, I would still hit diamond. That's called a residual business. Now that's not happening with blue diamond. For me to hit blue diamond most months, I'm still working my butt off, right? I'm like hustling, right? Now I've done it so much now that diamond is solid for me. Even if I didn't do anything, I built solid. I would hit it every single month. That's great, right? But if I would have thought that on the first month that I hit diamond, I would not be hitting solid diamond, right? So think about where you are, and you're going to need some time to solidify. And that does not mean that doTERRA's compensation plan doesn't work, that, the income isn't there, that you can't have a solid business, all of that. All it means is most businesses take time to grow. And especially this business where you're literally building with no major money that you put in, right? Like most businesses within the first 5 years, you're just trying to break even. So if some of you are sitting there and thought, I've been doing this business for 2 years and I'm making what? I want to tell you, have you gone into debt $200,000? Because when I had my bakery, which I still do, but with my bakery, we have $200,000 in debt at certain times, right? Because we built a business, right? We had to get new locations. That's growing a business. Well, so really, my income that I've made from doTERRA, I've never had to invest anything close to that, right? Now I invest back into my business, but my income that I'm making is actual real income, right? So think about a business that you can create, that's your own business, that you can grow as much as you want, especially as a woman, grow as much as you want, that's going to give you as much income as you want. There really isn't something out there. And I think sometimes we forget that and we forget what we're working for, but it's going to take time. It's absolutely worth it. But I think too many times we're retreating and then we get really bummed out on the business. And to be honest, it is a bummer. And you just need to be like, man, I'm bummed that I retreated. I'm not going to do it again, right? And you need to figure out when you need to take breaks and what you need to do. And then you need to go back it with consistency week after week after week, like a real job, right? And if you treat it like a real job, it's going to pay way more than any real job you would have shown up to 8 hours a day. Just think, what if I treated doTERRA like it was really my job? And I went to doTERRA 8 hours a day and I had to figure out something to do to grow my business for 8 hours a day. You're an entrepreneur and that's what you need to think of. If you can't give it 8 hours, the great thing is you can grow your doTERRA business if you take it seriously in 1 hour a day. But a lot of you guys aren't even showing up 1 hour a day. So don't be bummed when you're not making income if you're not giving your own real business 1 hour a day. So in this program we're going to talk about, we're asking you to give 1 hour a day, 20 days this month, right? And then have some classes. And if you guys aren't doing regular classes, think about this. If you were a store where people needed to come into, have you ever gone to a store and you're like, oh my gosh, why is the store closed? It's supposed to be open today. I'm so pissed. I drove all the way over here and you're not even open, right? You'd be bugged. It's a regular business. It's supposed to have business hours. Do you guys have business hours for your own business? Are you actually giving your customers real windows of time that they can show up and go to your oil business? Because if not, they're not going to show up and buy anything from your oil business because you're not giving them any consistent time that you're actually showing up as a real business. I know some of you do social media, some of you don't. For me, with my social media, that's one way I show up every single day to my real business because I do have real customers on there. Now, some of you guys might be showing up to social media and you think that's doing a business, but if your social media is only 100 to 200 followers, we need to get out of social media and go back to real people, and that's what your business is for these next 30 days, right? Social media is a great thing when you're getting new people in and you're being consistent. But if you're doing social media all the time to the same 100 people, 200 people, and no one's buying anything, you need to say, am I getting any real business from this? No. So maybe give yourself 1 hour a week to do on social media, and the rest, you actually need to pick up the phone call, go do one-on-ones, text someone, host a class, whatever it is, go meet new people. That's what your real business is. So take yourself off social media and then go into a real business, right? So for me, I'm showing up every single day, and people know. That's why people are always shocked when I answer them right away on the text message, like, oh my gosh, you're so quick. I'm like, this is my business. If you write me, I'm writing you right back because this is my business, right? I'm not giving it a day. I'm not giving it 5 hours. I will help you right away with whatever you want, right? That's just how I've always been, because with my bakery, it used to be my cell phone. Now, we had a lot of marital arguments over that because anytime someone had to place an order, it was on my cell phone. So during a date, during anything, I'd always answer, right? Because I wanted that order. And maybe I got that from my bakery business, but I so desperately needed people to order from my bakery to keep it afloat because I had hard costs, right? Imagine for your oil business, if every single month you had to pay rent to somebody $1,000, $2,000. My Newport Beach rent was, I'm forgetting it now because it's been so long, but I think it was $7,000 a month just in my Newport Beach location, just for the rent. That's not for my employees. That's not my food cost. So I had to show up all the time to bring in business, or else I was going in debt, right? Why don't you treat the next 20 days like that? That if you don't show up for your oil business, it's not only that you're not going to make money, you're going to go into debt, right? That brings a little bit more fire under your butt, and you actually have some actions, right? That's the one bummer about being an entrepreneur and having a business like doTERRA, is you are responsible for running your own business. Now, that's amazing, but if you don't have accountability for yourself, it just doesn't work, right? So if you know you need accountability, we're going to provide you an accountability partner for these next 30 days. You need an accountability partner, right? Everybody does. We're going to do that. So those are a couple things that I'm super excited about. As you can tell, I'm blabbing, so this is me getting passionate about stuff, but I'm going to share my screen and go over a couple of the nitty gritty of things. If you guys have any questions, as everyone knows, I talk really fast. So holler, unmute yourself, ask me a question, type in the sidebar, and I'll answer. So I'm going to first go over Elise Sedeby, her training. So let me share it real quick. So in order to make this easy and to get the most results, I am taking her program that's normally daily mentor calls. It's called Back to the Basics, right? Which I think a lot of us need to get back to. How does doTERRA work? You sample somebody some oils, they have a great experience, you help them get started with oils, and then you continue to educate them. It's pretty simple. Sometimes we overcomplicate it, right? Let's bring it back to the basics. And I know I have. And you know, I have learned from so many different leaders in doTERRA. Look, everyone's just reading my notes. Maybe I should go back to the main screen. I'm talking on the time. I've learned from so many different leaders. I love Elisa's stuff. There's a couple things personally I'm going to tweak a little bit, and I'll talk about that each week, what I might tweak. You might want to tweak something with it too. I wouldn't tweak too many things with her training because she's so mastered it. You'll learn. She said she spent $100,000 of her own money on research on how to do the correct steps. So she says, until you want to spend $100,000, you should probably listen to how I do it, because we've spent $100,000 figuring out how to do it right? So I definitely am going to be like, let's stick to this training, right? Let's see how it works for the top person. But with that, she has like 50 mentor calls, and they're daily mentor calls. I followed Ange Peters, who is a double diamond in Canada, and she made it into a condensed version of 20 days of momentum. And I like that because, to be honest, she's taking Elise Setovi's training and putting it into 20 days. And so that's what I'm telling you is, for the next month, you're going to pick 20 of those days out of the 30 that you're going to show up for a full hour of education and growth and action, right? So if you have a couple days where you're like, peace out, I need my break, that's fine. Because 20 out of 30 days, if you want to do this, you're going to show up for action, right? 1 hour. And I know everyone has an hour. I have an hour, and my day was packed solid, right, today. And I found way more than an hour to work on my business. So I know everyone can do an hour. If you don't have an hour, then just don't complain if your business doesn't grow, right? We just want to just have accountability for it. If you don't have an hour, you don't have an hour. But I'm pretty sure everyone has an hour. And then let's be excited about growing our business. So 20 out of the 30 days, you're going to do an hour on this. And it's condensed to 30 minutes of listening to her calls, and then 30 minutes roughly of sitting down and forcing yourself to do action. So that's really important. A lot of us can listen to stuff and like, yeah, that's a good point. I mean, I like listening to it too. Yeah, I love that. And I don't do anything, right? You have to do the action step, and then you need to tell your accountability partner, your upline mentor, about it as well. So we're going to have that mentor, that accountability, so that you're actually doing it. That sometimes helps people. So that's sort of the program in a nutshell. So I have tried to streamline it for you so it's very easy to follow. So it's going to be over on our business website, which has all of those photos and everything. We're going to have a different hub, and it's called, I'm calling it 20 Days of Up-Leveling Your Business. So this is going to be the first mentor call. It's an introduction about her plan. So this one I think is about 6 minutes. What I love about her calls, you can totally fit them into your life, right? Maybe during your work break, you fit in one call. Maybe when you're driving home, you fit in another call. Maybe when you're exercising, you do another call, right? Break it up, make it work for your life. Then you're going to go into day one, creating your contact list. So you can see it have all the calls linked right there for you. I have like a little verbiage from me. Then it's going to have your calls right in a row that you're going to listen to. Again, some are 17 minutes, some are 5 minutes. So it's roughly about 30 minutes of calls. And then it's going to give you some action points to do it. Now, I haven't done all the days yet, so I'm going to share the link with you in a second. Maybe like I'm going to try to work on it a little bit more tonight. But we'll have all 20 days. You can go as fast or slow. So if you want to do 20 days straight and not take any breaks in between, more power to you. If you need to take some breaks, that's totally fine too. We're going to do 20 days, 20 days of this within your 30-day month period. So on some of these, they're options. So I know everybody's brain works differently. So this one is like a names list where you can edit. And this was like a customer experience one. I just gave different options so you can see what you want to do for the next one. They'll make more sense once you listen to the calls. But I'm going to have all the links below for you. And then you are going to be doing a mentor call with your direct upline. So for instance, you know, if Christina was doing this, she's going to do one direct call with Lindsay, right? So whoever is the person above you that is your direct upline, you're going to be doing that call with them. If you don't have someone like that, reach out to me. I'll help you find someone. You can, if you want to do it, you can do cross-line. Just make sure that this is someone who's really going to hold you accountable, right? But this is the daily mentor calls, and those are all the days. So that is what I am doing. I'm going to be challenging you guys to do this too. I love this. What I really love about this is it's sort of changing. It made me question a lot of things about my business, which I think I need to constantly grow and change myself.
I probably, if you've heard me in the past, have said, I don't really sample that much, to be honest. I'm like, why waste a sample? And I remembered myself saying this, right? And I've done my business differently, but I think maybe it's been a disservice to maybe some of you guys because I do work a little bit differently. Since I am online, sometimes I don't sample people. I pour so much effort and energy into educating people online that I do get people online just coming, right? And saying, I want to buy. You've educated me enough of it. I've followed you maybe for a year, for 6 months, for 2 months, which means I've educated them quite a bit. And now they're finally ready to. So in a sense, I've been sampling them, just maybe mentally sampling them, and then they're ready to. But I absolutely agree that even myself, when I host classes, sometimes you're like, man, people aren't showing up to my class. Man, you know, and we've had changed. I've had a lot of great success in classes when I have the make and takes and things like that. It gets people excited and you get a lot of current customers coming, which I love and think is absolutely key into getting customers on LRP, getting shares and builders. So I love that. But to actually get someone who's ready to come to a class and purchase, I really think I love Elise's method. And she says, and you'll learn to listen to it more, she would never ever invite someone to a class if she hasn't given them an oil sample and had an oil experience with that person and prepped them for a class. I mean, when she said that, my mind was sort of blown. I'm like, what? You never have someone come to your class that you haven't sampled and done all this prep work before? And I'm like, isn't that a lot of work? But to be honest, she says when she teaches a class, she's getting 80% of the people that she invites there. And then basically all of them are ready to buy. Why? Because they're totally ready. They don't have to ask their husband. They don't have to question her on oil science, nothing. Because the oil sample worked for them, right? She does not get them to a class until they're ready to purchase, right? Meaning they loved the oil sample, right? Their anxiety, it helped it with it. Their inflammation went down. They loved that deep blue. Oh, now come to my oil class. I was like, oh, wow, that's a great one. They're not going to have to say, yeah, I'm going to have to ask my husband about that kit. You'll listen to her say, well, no, if their husband heard them complain for years on end about their bad back pain, the husband saw them get relief with the back pain. The husband's already saying, go get that. I'm tired of hearing you complain. Go buy whatever that person's selling, right? So I love that, right? So when we have people come to our class, we are going to get great responses. So when you host a class, you're not like, did I just do all that prep work? Because I felt this way sometimes. I cleaned my house. I got my husband and my kids out of the house. I did all of this work. I got myself ready and I got one enrollment. Man, that was a lot of effort, right? How can I do this all the time? Rather than if we do the prep work of sampling people, getting them an experience. Let me just see if we have any more people that we need to mute real quick. We get them that oil experience. By the time they're coming, they are so ready to buy that, you know, kit or that oil product that you're saying that they're just like, tell me how to order. Would you guys like people coming to your class and be like, yeah, whatever it is, I need to order it now. Come on. I like that sample I ran out. Give me that deep blue. That's what we want, right? So that's what we're going to get excited about. And that's what we want our classes to be like. And I love this idea of heavy sampling and I'm so on board with it. So we'll be talking about that more as you guys listen to Elise's calls and how you're going to implement that. I'll be walking through it with you. Some other things that I want to start doing more of is community classes, meaning we're all in this together. Let's see, there's 62 of us on this call. A lot of us are local. Some of us aren't local. So, you know, we can get creative and do online and try to find other people that are local. But a lot of us are in Southern California. That means a lot of us can host a class and can give multiple people opportunities to show up for classes, right? So what if we had a massive calendar where everybody saw all the different classes for our organization that they could plug people into, that we knew every single week there was going to be classes you could plug someone into? Would that be helpful? I think it would, right? Everyone doesn't have to clean their house 4 times a week to have weekly classes. I think that's amazing, right? So we're really going to work on getting a larger system to where everyone can see the classes and then have people show up to those classes. And you're only sending people that have been pre-sampled and prepped for the class and are ready to purchase, right? That is the thing. And then you'll have the opportunity to send your people to other people's classes too. I'm going to be working on having a weekly class set up. I'm trying to find maybe like a location I could do outside of my home so I don't have to clean my house on a weekly basis, because that's always my hard thing about doing a weekly class. But I have to figure that out. I'm in Let me just see if it's muting. I'm in talks with someone about that right now. Sorry. Let me see if there's any more. All right. I can't see that I can mute anybody else, but okay. Well, we'll just keep going. Okay. So community classes like that. So we're going to try to get that going because I really think that would be something that would take away excuses from people, because a lot of people are going to say the excuse, I can't host a class every single week, right? My apartment's too small, or my husband's going to get irritated, or whatever it may be, right? But if you had classes that you know every single week, or what if the person's outside of your area, right? Maybe you're in, San Diego or San Francisco, but you have a customer in Long Beach and you want that person you just sampled to go to a class. What if you saw the weekly classes that you could plug your people into? That would be a game changer, I feel like. So that is what we're going to try to offer you guys and get that going. The other thing that I want to talk about is this other idea, which I loved. This is from Dana Moore, who also worked with Elise Sedavi, which is this idea of continuing education classes, 8 different classes, and then a wellness punch card. So I want to create one that looks to our team exactly our style, and we can figure out what exact classes. We'll probably go with these ones, and we can continue to make more if we want. But what if when you got someone started, you said, we have these wellness education series. We always have every single week one of these classes going on, and you're able to go to it. If it's not in your area, every single week, we're going to have an online version as well. And you can go and check the list off like a punch card. And once you go to all 8 of them, I have a gift for you. Do you think you would get more people on the LRP? I think you would, because the more education you get to them, the more ideas they know, oh, wow, I can use that for my cramps, my hormones. I can help my grandpa, or, oh, I didn't know they even had supplements. I thought it was just an essential oil company. So I love this idea of giving somebody something to get them started right away. And then we'd have all of the online classes housed, and then you give them a gift. And that could be whatever you want. It can be individual. So maybe you want to give them, a $15 diffuser, or your favorite custom set of roller bottles, or whatever it may be, but something that is a gift to them when they finish all 8. I think we would get a more educated community that would be on the LRP, that would know how to use their oils, that would become sharers and turn into builders. I love, love, love this idea. So we are going to start implementing this. If this is something that you're really passionate about and you would love to do one of the classes or help teach it or something like that, you can let us know. The other awesome thing is look at this. I love all these people in doTERRA who are willing to share, because look, we have not only that, we have all 8 classes already made. So you want to do a pain management slideshow class yourself? Here it is. It's all set out and done for you. Whoops. So she has it all done with all the products for you, all done. Here, I skipped some in the beginning. Let me go to the top. They're only supposed to be short 30-minute classes. And then at the end, we're going to give a little bit of an authentic. Just make sure we all have ourselves muted real quick. More time to see if there's any more mutes that I need to do. So it's already all done for you, every single topic. Okay, I figured it out. Okay, let me go back to it. So there's pain management. So it's all ready for you, and they have a PDF. So it goes over the wellness protocol, the foundations. You're talking about the LLD supplements. You're asking them what kind of pain, occasional pain, emotional pain, chronic pain, goes over pain medication and so it's a really great PDF. I love the style of it too. And then each of them has a PDF to go along with it. So then you can email this to your customer so they have it. Rate your pain, let us know what it is. And they have this to walk through. It goes over the symphony of the cells too, and how to use that, right? So for customers that really want to up it, it gives it all to you right there. And then they have right there in front of them what they need to get, and they can pick what kind of pain they need to manage, right? So how awesome is that? They have it for Symphony of the Cells one, women's health and hormones, oils for every age. I have my oils now what? Toxin-free living, stress, sleep, and emotions, nutrition and supplements, and then they have a business sharing slideshow. The business sharing slideshow was the only one I wasn't thrilled with, so I might tweak it a little bit and redesign it slightly, and then get that put up. But basically, when you did this, at the end of every one, you would talk about the business for about 5 minutes and say like, yeah, if you have a friend or family member who you're like, oh my gosh, I know they're in chronic pain. I know they struggle with anxiety and depression, and you want to share this with them, you know, it is so easy to do that. And then you walk them through the steps of how you can be a sharer. And if you're thinking, oh my gosh, I'm loving this, I could totally see myself doing this as a business, you know, we have a business group too. And you just make it like, you know, each time you're just planting seeds and seeing if that's for the person, right? So that is something that we're going to do. What if they could go to every single week we had one of these classes going on and it was just on a rotation, right? Every single week. And then we had online ones too. That's going to be our goal to implement. So I'll go forward and let you know, when we have all of this set to go for, but I'm really excited about that. Does anybody have any questions or feedback about the wellness classes or anything like that? Just check one thing. No? Okay. All right, we'll keep going. Okay, now something I'm really excited for as well. So we have the training we're gonna do, right? Then we have the new supporting program for our customers. Now we're giving you guys an opportunity to make more money. Now, I know everybody needs more money. One of the things that I started the business was for, I love helping people, but I directly wanted to make money. Right? That's why I got into the business. I wanted a residual income. I wanted to make income for my family, so I wasn't stressed out as much about every single bill. The only panic attack I really ever had in my life was when my credit card one time, my bank charged me an overdraft fee and I didn't have any money and I literally had a panic attack and couldn't, so I've been there. I hate the feeling of it. It's not fun at all. Having time and financial freedom is one of the greatest gifts ever, and not many businesses can ever offer you time freedom. They can offer you financial freedom, but time freedom is meaning you can make your own schedule whenever you want. You can have priorities, you can help people, you can do all sorts of things, and you get to decide what you want for your life. It's one of the best and greatest blessings I've ever felt. From a young age, I wanted to be able to decide what I wanted to do. I remember working my first job, and I always joke that when I had to work my first holiday, I cried, even though it was just the 4th of July. But I had never worked a holiday before, and I was so pissed that I wasn't there for the 4th of July party, right? And I was like, I will never do this again. I want to be there on my 4th of July party, right? And so, like, there's something inside of me that's like, I want to be in control of my own schedule. I don't want anyone to tell me I have to do this. And maybe that's just me, maybe it's not you, but to be able to have control of your own life and your own schedule is just awesome. And it is awesome to be able to bless people with financial means, because people need money. And a lot of times your prayers help and your thoughts help, but they need income too, right? And when you are taking care of yourself, you're finally able to breathe, you can help other people. It's the best feeling ever. And I want all of you guys to have that. And so what I want to do is they have a new Diamond Club. If you haven't heard, Diamond Club has been awesome, but it is pretty strenuous. We've had some people in our group do Diamond Club, and it's been great for them. But they've changed Diamond Club. They've made it easier, and they've made it way better financially. So if you don't know about Diamond Club, I'm going to share a little bit about you. And if you're like wanting to click out right now because you're like, oh, I'm not even at Diamond Club, I'm just a manager, I'm a director, I'm executive, I'm elite, just you wait, because I might be having a mini Diamond Club as well. So let's pay attention to what the requirements are, because if you want more money too, I'm going to give you that option. So here is the Diamond Club requirements. So here are the requirements. They are, let's see, okay. So Diamond Club. The official Diamond Club is for silvers and above. If you are a premier that does have builders underneath you, and you really want to do doTERRA's Diamond Club that starts in March, you can talk with me, and there are some strings that I could pull to get you in the official Diamond Club so you could participate for all of these prizes. If you're elite or below, you cannot get into this round. From now on, doTERRA will be doing 1 Diamond Club a year. Normally they do 2. But now it's going to be 1 Diamond Club and 1 Silver Club. And Silver Club will start in the fall. So 2 Diamond Club, Silver Club, that's it for the year. But it's going to be awesome. So it's a 4-month program. 2, your monthly qualifications for Diamond Club and for my mini Diamond Club that I will be talking about in a second are this. within you and your whole team underneath you, that just means you have one builder. Maybe you don't have any builders. That means it's all on you. We all have different teams and we've all started from, ground zero. So don't feel bad about where you're at. Means I need 14 team enrollments. That means within a month to stay in Diamond Club, you need 14 enrollments. Now, 2 of them need to be personal enrollments. So that means personally, yourself, you need to enroll 2 people and they need to be at least 100 PV orders. That means you can stay in Diamond Club. Then you also need to have 4 classes per month. Now in the real Diamond Club, they have a way that you're going to input this and all this kind of stuff. Okay. So just keep that in mind. For mine, it's going to be more a little bit on the honor system with your mentor. So 4 classes per month, 1 can be online. What does a class mean? A class means you will need to have at least 3 to 5 people at your class for it to be a qualified class. That means if you're just saying, I'm hosting a class, but you haven't done any prep work of sampling your people to get actual real people in there that want to order, that's not a class. Just don't host the class. That means you need to sit back and do a lot more prep work before you host a class, right? If you're going to have someone else host it for you, from now on, we want to sample all of those guests before they come to the class. So if that means we're not going to race classes anymore, that means that we're going to pre-sample people and sit and wait with them until they have a good oil experience and then invite them to a class, right? So we need to slow down and we need to do more prep work. So when it's actually time for our classes, we're signing people up and making it worth our while, right? And they're going away with a great experience because they already used the oil. They know it works. They're ready to purchase and get plugged in. So that's what we want to get our mindset on. When you listen to Elisa's training, it'll make more sense, but that's how we want to go about our classes. So we're sampling every single person. Now, of course, if someone shows up to your class and there's a friend of a friend and they want to come, we're not going to turn them away and say, oh, you didn't get sampled, don't come to my class. But for the majority, we're not inviting people unless we've sampled them to come to a class and they've had a good experience. Okay? So 3 to 5 people per class, that counts as a class. And so on. And then you get to stay in Diamond Club. Now, what do you get for Diamond Club? That means the people above you, you want to get 4 sponsors. One of them is going to be a mentor. And you want to get 4 because within those 4, all 3 of them together are going to pay you $300 extra a month. $300, they're paying you out of their own paycheck just so you can grow your own business, right? Anybody that wants to do Diamond Club can get sponsors, right? We will get you sponsors. We want you to grow your business and you're going to get $300. Now, you're not just going to get $300 that month. What are you going to get? If you are personally enrolling people and people in your downline are enrolling, what do you think else is going to go up? Your fast start? How about 2 months later? Your unilevel? It's going to be growing your business a ton and you're getting $300 to do whatever you want with it. Buy samples, invest in a leadership program, whatever you want. You don't have to travel. They used to have travel requirements. You don't have to travel anymore. So no excuses, oh, I can't travel. You don't have to travel. You can build your business wherever you want, right? Now, if you want to use the money for travel, you can use the money for travel, but you don't have to travel. So that in the nutshell is doTERRA's Diamond Club, and you're going to get $300. Then the prices are pretty amazing. Let me just go over it real quick so you guys can get excited, because if you can't qualify for this Diamond Club, think about next year's Diamond Club. That might be a year away, but look at, if you build your business, what you have the opportunity. One person's going to win $15,000 after 4 months of hard effort. $15,000. And that's on top of growing your own business and the $300 a month you're getting paid too, right? 10 people are getting $10,000 each. Okay. Lindsay, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think she was top 10. That means that this year, if this was her Diamond Club, she would have got $10,000. So sad. She was in last year's Diamond. She didn't get 10,000. She did go on an amazing sourcing trip. But people can do it. If you think there's no way I can do this, Lindsay did it, right? Top 10. Let me see if she corrects me. Yeah, Lindsay's crying a little bit. That's okay though. She can do Diamond Club again. Okay. Okay. Let's go back. Okay. Okay. 25 participants get $5,000 each. 50 participants, $2,500. 100 people are going to get $1,000. That is a lot of money doTERRA is giving out. And then the top 200 get to go on a sourcing trip, okay, to Portland, Oregon. So this is a real financial incentive and you're growing your own business, there is no reason not to do this. You also get free oils for all of your classes and people. If they enroll with a 100 PV order, your person gets a free Citrus Bliss. If they order a 300 PV order or more, they get Citrus Bliss and Adaptive for free. You didn't even have to pay for your freebies. You just got freebies to offer your customers, $300, a growing business, and a chance to win tons of money, right? So you need to do Diamond Club if you're able to do Diamond Club. This is how you grow a real business in doTERRA. They asked when I was in the Blue and Presidential Diamond, raise your hand who's done Diamond Club. Literally 3/4 of the room all raised their hand for Diamond Club. I'm like one of the only people that didn't do Diamond Club and built my business. So you need to, if you want to be in that room, do Diamond Club. And a lot of them did it a couple times because why not, right? Why not? You're getting paid more money to grow your own business. People just don't do that. You don't get investors for free in your own business, right? So we're giving you free investment in your own business to go out and grow it. Now, this is for premiers and above, right? Now, how about for you guys who are saying like, oh, well, how about me? I'm not a premier. I want $300 too. Well, I thought about it and I thought, you know what? I am going to take my own money, so whatever paycheck I get from doTERRA, and I'm going to offer any of you guys, if you want to do a mini Diamond Club and do the same requirements as Diamond Club, I'm going to give you $300 each month. So if you're like, I want $300, I want to grow my business, you can do it. You can get $300 extra. You can grow your business, right? So what does that exactly mean? Let's look one more time at the requirements. So we're all clear on it. You can look it up too if you just Google doTERRA Diamond Club. And I'm going to give one other option too. So if you're like, oh man, that stresses me out. I'm just executive. I'm manager. I don't think I could get 14 enrollments. There's no builders underneath me. I'm going to have one more option for you. But I'm just telling you, if you planned out your life to where you wanted to get 14 enrollments next month, there's nothing that's stopping you from doing it. There's nothing. If I would have given myself limitations on Melody, there's no way you could have gotten this many signups. And people like to say that to me all the time, like, you got signups because of this. Well, I mean, I had to start my Instagram at 0 like everybody else. So I could say, well, I started at 0, right? Like everybody has to build their own business how they want. Most people in there, Elise Sedovy, Triple Diamond, Presidential Diamond or whatever, never built online at all. This is the first time she's ever gone on social media, okay, guys? She didn't build her business at all online. So whatever preconceived notions that you think that, oh, Melody can only do it from online, Elise Sedovy does nothing online, nothing. All she does is person to person. She says, don't even do it online. She wants you to do it person to person, right? So online's great. Person to person, do it. No excuses. Anyone can do this. If you want 14 enrollments next month, there's no reason you shouldn't be able to get 14 enrollments. Do not limit yourself or you're not going to get it. You're not even giving yourself the opportunity. So if you don't have a builder underneath you, you can still get $300 from me by doing Mini Diamond Club. You just need to do these things, right? You need 4 classes. Let me see, I wrote it in my notes. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Okay, here is it. Okay. Mini Diamond Club, you need, follow the requirements of Diamond Club, 2 personal enrollments, 14 total team enrollments, right? 4 classes per month, because that's how you are going to get enrollments. 1 of them can be online. You can do one-on-ones if you want. 3 one-on-ones would equal a class if you've pre-sampled them, okay? And you need to do a weekly mentor call with your upline. That's a non-negotiable. You have to get a weekly mentor call with your upline accountability, and you need to show up for 3 out of the 4 of these monthly calls. If you're out teaching a class, that's fine. That X's it out. It doesn't matter. That counts as you showing up, right? If you're doing a Monday class. If you do those in a month, I will personally Venmo you $300, okay? That is Mini Diamond Club. Now, if you don't think you can do that, okay, which every one of you can, but if you don't think you can, for lower ranks, or if you're not going to want to invest that much time, I'm offering to double your fast start. So what that means is you still have requirements before I'm going to double your fast start. You have to have a mentor call every single week with your mentor. If you don't show up to do 1 week of your mentor call, you don't get any of the money from me, because I'm very serious about consistency and accountability, and I want you to treat it like a business. And if you don't show up to a business like your job, you get fired. I'm not going to pay someone income if they aren't putting in work for it, because it is coming straight out of my own paycheck. And I am also sponsoring regular people in Diamond Club too. So I'm doing this on top of all of that. So I will double your fast start if you have at least 2 classes per month. And you do a weekly mentor call with your upline. At the classes, every single person needs to be pre-sampled and needs to be 3 to 5 people for it to count as a class. And one can be online if you have pre-sampled the people and you have 3 to 5 people on there. It can be online and count as one, only if you have it pre-sampled. And let's see. And these are new people. Don't count those 3 to 5 people as your customers that you already enrolled. We want new people if we're wanting to grow our business and if you're needing to get those signups. And then you need to have 2 enrollments. And after 2 enrollments, then I'll start doubling your fast start once you get 2. If you get 1 sign up, no. You guys can all get 2 signups. Then I'll start doubling your fast start. All of your fast start will get doubled, but you have to get 2 enrollments. Yeah, so that's my mini Diamond Club. So if for some reason you go into it and you're like, okay, I'm doing mini Diamond Club, and you're like, heck, I'm killing it. Oh, why don't I go for the bigger mini Diamond Club, which I want to get $300, right? That's fine. If you end up doing 4 classes, you get your 14 enrollments, I'll give you the $300, right? Those are my 2 options for it. Does anyone have questions about how that works?
I have a quick question when it says you can't combine if the people under you are doing the Diamond Club. So if you have your builders and you encourage all of them to do Diamond Club, would that kind of like hurt your chances of getting the 14 enrollments if all your builders are doing it?
Okay, so that's a great question. So if you're doing the real Diamond Club through doTERRA, then I'm only going to be paying, if I'm one of your sponsors, $75 a month, not $300. So if you're doing the real Diamond Club through doTERRA, and I just help you with $75, then your other people underneath you can still participate in these programs, and it doesn't matter if the enrollments overlap. Meaning, like, you can use, when you're in the Diamond Club from doTERRA, if you have someone doing mini Diamond Club, I'll still give them $300 if they do all the requirements or whatever of their enrollments underneath them. If that helps you with your regular Diamond Club, that's awesome. What I'm not going to do is if 2 people do like mini Diamond Club and the person above is just using this mini Diamond Club. Like, say if both of you are doing mini Diamond Club only under me, meaning I pay both of you $300, then you guys can't use this person up here, can't use this person's enrollments. Okay, because I'm not going to have this person down here sign up 14 people and this person up here just get $300 for this person doing all the work. So that's how doTERRA does their Diamond Club too. doTERRA won't have, if this person's a Diamond Club and they have someone in their downline, they can't use this person's enrollments as part of their qualification. Because that's just crossing over. So that means if you're still doing all the work and you're going out there and, and teaching 4 classes for mini Diamond Club, which you'd be teaching 4, most likely you're going to be getting 14 signups, right? Between you and your downline. And that person will just add more benefit, and your business is going to even grow more if they're doing mini Diamond Clubs. So that's awesome, right? So I wouldn't discourage anybody from doing it. But yeah, you can't use theirs if I'm paying both people $300. If doTERRA is paying it, not doTERRA, if they're getting it through doTERRA, that means I only am paying $75, so I'm willing to pay the other person $300 if they're doing it, right? Because they're putting in that effort. I just can't be paying. It gets a little bit tricky when like someone above is saying they're doing it, but they only signed up 2 people and this person did all the other enrollments. That's like a double dipping rule is what they call. So no double dipping in mini Diamond Club. Yeah, I can't afford that.
Okay, got it.
So just to clarify, Mel, so if I did Diamond Club and my builders do the mini Diamond Club, you would give me $75 a month, and then all your requirements, they would get $300.
Exactly.
right?
So if you did Diamond Club through doTERRA, then you'll still be getting 300 from your collective sponsors. And then say if a builder underneath you wanted to do mini Diamond Club underneath me, that's absolutely fine. They could get the $300 as well if they get all of those requirements for underneath them. Like they get the 14, total team enrollments for underneath their team. Now, if you're a premier and you think you can do it, to help me out financially and to also give you more rewards, I would say go for doTERRA's Diamond Club, right? Because if you kill it, you could make a lot more money doing doTERRA's Diamond Club, and financially, I only have to pay $75, and then it helps the burden load, and I'll be able to do this program longer. If you're a premier and you actually think you can do this Diamond Club, which I know some premiers can, I would say, let me email into doTERRA and say, even though this person's premier and they're not silver, I think they can do the real Diamond Club. That's what I'm asking of premiers. If you do have builders underneath you and you realistically can do Diamond Club, I would say do doTERRA's Diamond Club instead of my mini Diamond Club. Any other questions? Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, Lisa. She was the grand prize winner. Lisa. Tina just wrote that. That's amazing. That is so, so amazing. Wow. Okay. The sourcing trip. Yeah. Okay. So is the requirements information on your website? It's not on my website. I will post it in the builder group for you guys. I'll make a little graphic of it. If you want to look at the Diamond Club one, just type in doTERRA Diamond Club. It would be the exact same requirements for mini Diamond Club for me. The only one that's a little bit different is that lower mini Diamond Club, which maybe I should make a different name for it. But for the lower rank mini Diamond Club, where I'm just doubling your fast start, that one is the one that I can provide the rules for. Otherwise, if you're doing regular mini Diamond Club for me or regular doTERRA's Diamond Club, it's all on their website under Diamond Club. Okay. And Brittany just said, I was technically a premier for my first season of Diamond Club that she did and graduated in the top 100. Totally possible. And she was getting 18 enrollments a month. So don't limit yourself. You can absolutely do it. And then you're going to be getting a lot more cash prizes if you put in the effort. So that's why I'm saying definitely do it through doTERRA if you're a premier and you think you have it. Okay, so we are going to get that started. If you think you want to do this, reach out to your direct upline and talk to them about it, because they're going to be your accountability partner. Work out, I would start getting going on Elisa's training right away. So I'm going to try to tweak a couple things so I at least have the first 3 days ready for you guys. And then I'll upload that probably by tomorrow morning. Of course, I'm trying to get back from my trip, do the new weekly giveaways with all the freebies this week, and do this new program. So I'm a little crazy, but tomorrow my kids actually go to homeschool school. So I think I'll be able to get some stuff done. So yeah, so a lot of exciting things. I really am excited for you guys to make more money. I really, really want your business to grow. I really want to take away every excuse possible so you actually succeed, because it's really such an awesome business. And if you guys can stay consistent, I know this year is going to be the best year for growth ever. So when does this start? It would start doTERRA's regular Diamond Club. You can still qualify for it next month. So you just need 3 enrollments in 1 month, and you need to be silver. Now, doTERRA has told me as a blue diamond, if I have a premier or a silver who doesn't get 3 enrollments, I can vouch for that person if I think they realistically can do that. So if that's the situation, you can email me and then tell me your plan. And if I feel like you can realistically do it, I'll email doTERRA and you can get into Diamond Club. But you do have next month to still qualify. I think the qualification months for regular Diamond Club through doTERRA were October until next month. Mini Diamond Club, I'm going to start next month, right? So if you want to do Mini Diamond Club and doTERRA's regular Diamond Club, go for it, right? It'll be a prep month for you. I just want everyone to get going. I hate waiting too long or whatever. So if you want to start doing it, if next month you're like, okay, I'm going to do doubling my fast start, and then the next month I'm going to do Mini Diamond Club and go for the 300, you could do that. I'm going to tell myself that I'm committing to 2 months of forking out all the dough for it, and then I'm going to reevaluate and see how it's working and just make sure it works. I feel like financially it's the best investment I can do if I'm investing in you guys actually doing the work. I just with all things, like doTERRA even has to do some tweaks on their programs, I just want to say I'll commit to exactly what I said for 2 months, Then if I have to reevaluate and tweak it at all, I will let you guys know. But this is something that I think I would actually love to continue doing, because I really want to support you guys that are actually putting in the effort and work so that you guys can get more income so you can continue to do your business and grow and things like that. So Patty, for your question, next month is when it would be starting for anybody who wants to participate in me giving the money, right? And then the official Diamond Club would be starting in March. And then the new program for Elise's, I will try to get that out to you probably by tomorrow so you can start going with day 1, 2, and 3. You're going to be going through that with your mentor. And then also we'll be talking a little bit about it on Monday nights in the Q&A. And then every Monday night, I'm going to try to teach like a new skill set. So on Monday nights, I'll teach a new skill set. We'll have a Q&A at the end. We're going to do like congratulations to certain people that are amazing and things like that, and answer questions. So that's sort of what Mondays are going to be looking like. But really this program, and then I think most of the leaders are going to be creating little mini Voxer groups within your guys' smaller teams so that those of you who are participating in mini Diamond Club and regular Diamond Club can encourage each other throughout this next couple months and doing that together. So I'm going to try to jump onto those Voxer chats as well so I can encourage you guys too and answer and help with any questions. Let me make sure I did all of my notes. And if anybody has any more questions too, let me know. But yeah, hopefully by next Monday, I will be able to come back with sort of a set plan for you guys for the collaborative classes, how we can get those on a schedule, and the continuing education classes. So that is what I can hopefully do for you guys starting Monday. And then I will announce to the builder group once I have everything set for you guys to go onto my website for the Elise Set of E training. And then any questions about today and feedback on how the promo education thing went? Does anybody have any questions about that? I sort of came up with the idea when I was at Blue and Presidential Diamond Summit. So it's something new I'm trying out. Does anybody have any questions or feedback or anything like that? Oh, Danielle has one more question. She said, sorry, she had to go out. Next month, Danielle starts the Diamond Club, the mini Diamond Club, or the Doubling Your Fast Start from me personally. And then you can use that month to help qualify yourself if you want to do the regular Diamond Club the following month with doTERRA. But if you are going to do any of them next month with me, what I would say is listen to the calls, at least call 1 and 2 as fast as you can so you can start sampling so you actually have enough people to invite to classes, right? So do your 100 names list, your memory jogger, start sampling, and then get your classes on the books. Yeah, exactly, Danielle. That's correct. All right, so I guess no one has questions about the freebies. Some people were even on my customers were saying like, oh, do I have to do it today? You know, we want people to order, right? So if they didn't get to do it today, we're not going to say you can't do it, right? If they want to combine it, like some people were like, oh, well, what if I don't want to spend $100 today, but I really like that adaptive? And then they listen tomorrow and it's like, oh, those digestive enzymes was called out to me. I have a horrible gut. And then, you know, the next day they're like, oh, my kid needs that On Guard roller or whatever it is. That's fine. I think I'm going to pitch on the last day of the week. Okay, if you've learned a lot this week and you're really into it and you want to do a custom box today and you spend 100 PV, here's what we can give you. And then in a sense, they can get a bundle of their choice or something like that. So we'll do one of that. I'm just trying to see if we can just do these set days. But if they're reaching out to you individually, we don't want to cause them frustration or stress. You can let them know, no worries, I'll work with you. We'll get you some freebies. Let's get you an order. And of course, they can do a 50 PV order for half the amount of the freebies as well if they want that. All right, you guys. Well, it is 9 o'clock. I only went 5 minutes over, but technically I started at 8:05, so I guess I've ended at an hour. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Thank you guys for jumping on. This was like awesome. Super excited. Let me take a little photo since I haven't done a team chat photo in a while. Everyone smile. There we go. Okay, great. Well, I will see you guys soon, hopefully at a class, and I'm super excited for this year. So talk to you guys later. Bye.